Hello, Danny.
Hello, Bryson.
What's going on? How you doing?
Good.
Good.
What's today's date? This is the fourth one, right?
Yes, and it is the last day of February, right?
Tomorrow's the last day of February.
Tomorrow's the last day. I don't even know what today is. 28th.
Today's the 27th.
27th. That's what it is.
Tuesday
Okay.
the 27th, 2023.
Mm-hmm. And today we'll be talking about technology. Technology is the topic for
Technology.
today. Are you ready for this? You ready?
Hmm.
Okay. I have a few questions to start this off.
Questions.
Well, first, what the heck is technology? Do you know what the heck technology is?
What is technology?
Exactly.
Well, I don't know. Because technically everything's technology.
Everything's technology.
Right? Like, this phone's technology, but also this water bottle. This water bottle didn't always exist.
Yeah.
Like, clothes are technology.
Mm-hmm. And
Clothes are technology.
Well, do you want me to read that true definition of technology?
So what is the general definition of technology?
The general is the application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes, especially in industry.
Especially in industry.
Mm-hmm. That could mean a lot of things. A lot of things. Okay. Well, do you think you could live without technology?
Well, by nature. I mean, yeah. Well,
Yeah? Yeah
see,
or no?
let me think.
Because
Right, because you need... Hold on, right?
everything's
Living
technology.
is technology.
Everything's
Yeah.
technology. So you cannot live without it,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion. But if you go to like the electronic side of that, do you think you could live without like that type of technology? Like,
People have done it before.
yeah. But I'm asking, do you think you could live without
me?
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be kind of hard.
It would
to
be very
adjust
hard because everybody uses it, and if you're not using it, you kind of aren't in the loop of everything.
You realize that some things that are easy, like traveling, right, becomes
Very hard. Yeah. Very hard.
like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But is that possible?
Is what possible?
Like right now? Let's say you want to do this right now.
Do
that
this
possible?
right now. To live without technology.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, I think yes. I think there are people that live without technology.
Well, I'm not talking about other people. I'm talking about you right now.
Me right now. No, I would not be able to. Because
Because just going home, right?
you have to use a car. And that's literally technology. I literally wouldn't be able to play soccer ever again. And yeah, that's my life. So, and I wouldn't be able to make it to school on time unless I leave like 20 minutes.
You wouldn't be allowed in school.
I wouldn't be allowed in school because there's technology. Yeah, you cannot. I cannot live without technology. Now, if I went and lived in off the grid and
Yeah. So it is possible, but it's not something we're gonna
Not
do.
practical.
anytime soon.
not practical. Heck no. Yeah. Well, so like I'm on the like electronic type of things. Is it hard to learn technology? Like, do you think it's
hard to learn technology?
Do you think it's hard to learn technology?
Well, if it's hard to learn it, then it's badly designed, right?
Well,
Now, obviously, there are older people, right?
yeah,
Struggle.
that's what I was
Struggle with
talking
learning about it, but that's because why is that?
Because like the lack of knowledge, basically. That's what I think.
I don't think so.
Well, I think it is because, well, I could use my grandpa for example.
But I remember this professor, right?
Okay.
He's struggling to to use his computer,
Mm-hmm.
like projector thing.
Wouldn't that be lack of knowledge? Because he doesn't know how to work it.
But who taught you how to use a phone?
I don't know.
No
Myself.
one did. Yeah,
Myself?
Yourself.
Yeah. Well, and you like see other people doing it, and you see, I don't know, your parents gave it to you and helped you out.
It was designed to be easy to use.
Yeah.
If it's not easy to use, then it's bad technology.
And also, it could be like, you could like say like, are you trying to actually learn it? Because I think my grandpa is stuck on the fact he only wants a landline.
Yeah.
He does not want a iPhone. But we try to get him an iPhone, and he complains about it all the time. So I feel like it's more of him just being stubborn and not wanting to learn.
I think it's stubbornness.
Because if he wanted to learn, he would learn.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. It was just a thought.
But obviously there are some pieces of technology that are more complicated and that would require instruction. Like operating a train. Right? You need a college degree for that.
Yeah. Do you think technology is good or bad?
What do you think? Is it good or bad?
I think it's good. Unless you're talking about electronics, that could kind of be bad. Electronics, that could be bad.
Here's how I see it, right?
Because it could be a distraction.
People use this to, like, talk about guns or money. Depends on the user.
Mm-hmm.
Technology is just a tool. It just depends what you do with it.
Yeah.
Like phones, for example. They are effective communication tools. Right?
But it also it could also be used for other
harmful things.
Yeah, bad things.
So I say it
Like
depends on the
social
user.
medias and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Depends on the user. It's all about the person wielding technology.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got some pros and cons up in here.
Okay.
So for the pro side of things, I said the positive things about technology is productivity.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because, typewriters.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine just writing forever?
That would be awful.
Alright, so productivity.
Communication.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Right? It's like now we're able to communicate with the other side of the globe.
Yeah.
When it took, to send a letter, it took a year.
Forever.
Yeah, depends on what you're sending.
Yeah.
But from I remember from history, right? A letter from the United Kingdom to the United States took around 6 months.
That's crazy.
Isn't that weird?
That's insane. And then
So they could be sending a declaration of war.
And it would be 6 months later. They're already getting attacked.
Yeah. Well, I guess they would be behind it too. Because they were slow too.
Yeah.
But still. Ridiculous.
Yeah. And then research and development.
Yeah, I mean, because of technology, we've learned a lot about, microscopes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You learn about
bacteria and cells and all that.
The microbiology.
Stuff you can't see with the naked eye. And then entertainment.
The one that people are most familiar with.
Most familiar. A lot of people are entertained by technology. And then cons. I said sleeping problems. It could cause sleeping problems. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because if someone's too busy, focused on something else, and not worried about their sleep. You know what I mean? It could affect their sleeping, what's it called? Their sleeping regimen or whatever. You know what
Schedule.
I mean? Sleeping schedule, yeah. Emotional problems.
Emotional problems.
People might not be able to, like, I don't know.
Give me an example.
Emotional?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if someone's, like, always hiding behind the computer screen or something, whenever they get out into the real world, they can't handle talking to people, or they might be, like, shy and all that, and not know how to, like, talk in person. Like, they might be too worried about communicating online and stuff. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then this one's like a anatomy type of thing. It's a musculoskeletal system. So, like I said, like it could, like, I don't know. I was like thinking a lot along the lines of like computers and like games and video games like that. And so, like, if you're like sitting around all the time, that could like
posture.
Yeah, that could mess with your like just sitting like this right now for me. I could like screw up my back, but yeah. And then
posture can be an interesting one because, it's just sometimes it's not as big as a deal as people think about it. It just depends on what you do. But obviously, it's bad to be sitting all day and all that stuff. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you can, like, if you're not up and active, it could, like, you could train your muscles and, like, to be weak and stuff. They wouldn't be as strong because you're not used to being up and moving around. So,
train to be weak.
Train to be weak. That's basically what you're doing. Yeah. You're not working your body like it should be.
Well, it's a lack of training.
Yeah, lack of training. And then I have some interesting things.
You got some facts.
Interesting facts that I thought were pretty cool. I don't know. You might already know these, but
let's hear them.
We'll see. Did you know 92% of our currency is digital?
Ooh, that one I'm familiar with.
Isn't that kind of scary, though?
That is kind of scary.
That is so scary. We are, like, controlled.
Well, what does it mean, digital currency?
What does it mean by that?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like
debit cards, credit cards, stocks
through the web.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you mean by scary.
Because, like,
I know what I mean by scary.
No, like, we don't even have anything to, like, back up our money. You know what I mean? Like, our government doesn't have anything to back up our money.
You can talk about economics here, but
I could talk about economics.
I don't know. There used to be a gold standard. You familiar with that? The gold standard?
Where all money is backed up by the gold. Yeah.
Now, why was that bad?
Why was that bad?
Mm-hmm. We know why it's good, but why was it bad?
Why was it bad? Maybe because I don't even know.
You don't know.
Why would it be bad? I think it would be good to have it. Unless
interesting.
Is it bad because, like, we would run out of gold or what? Or what do you mean?
No. You're familiar with inflation, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the opposite of inflation?
Like deflation? Deflation. So, gold doesn't gold. I don't know how to explain it. Gold isn't like inflated.
Exactly. Gold stays the same value. Well, it keeps the whole same.
Yeah.
And it's very predictable. I don't want to talk about economics.
Why?
Well, what's it? Well, I'll just make this fast, alright?
It's okay.
The gold standard was amazing for businesses, for like top wealthy business owners. Okay? but it was bad for farmers. Okay? Say you have... you're trying to start a farm. Let's just say you're trying to start a farm, alright? Mm-hmm. This could be farm expenses or whatever. We'll just say you're trying to start a farm, alright? You want to buy a plot of land. Now, you don't have enough money to buy yourself. So you're going to go to the bank and borrow some money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Let's say you borrow 1 gold. Or 10 gold. $10 worth of gold, okay? To acquire that money back will be significantly harder than, say, what we have right now, which is just set by the government.
Mm-hmm.
Because government, when it's set by the government, money loses value.
Yeah.
Right? So technically, over time,
you're like already paying it back.
the debt is decreasing.
Yeah.
Right? So farmers wanted the gold and silver standard. Silver. They wanted silver to also be part of that.
Mm.
That way they could add a little bit of inflation.
Yeah.
And make the burden less. Right? So inflation is a good thing. Too much inflation is a bad thing.
Yeah.
But also, stagnated money can be bad for those who don't have that much money. So
that's like a genius way of thinking. That's genius.
Well,
that's genius.
It's economics. It's basic economics.
No, that's that is. Yeah.
All right. What are your more facts, Preston?
Okay. We got another one coming from, I don't know. I hope I don't butcher his name. Tim Berners-Lee. You know who that is?
No, I do not.
You don't know who that is? He was the one that invented the World Wide Web. And
Internet.
Yeah, he was British.
He was British?
British. And he invented it in 1989. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
That's crazy to think. How could you be so smart to do that? Isn't that crazy?
Oh, no. No. The thing about the internet is that it was built on a lot of work. Right?
Yeah.
It started with mathematicians.
Mm-hmm.
Who were just trying to find solutions to their problems about... Oh my goodness, that's such a large topic.
So you think he just like finished it? He just finished it off, and that's why it went all the credit went to him.
Not all the credit went to him, I don't think.
Well,
think about. What's a good example of someone who did something, but it wasn't just them; it was the people that helped him and the people that came before him. Like a team almost.
I don't know.
Like, I was trying to knock on some of your brain cells, but they didn't answer the door.
Drawing a blank.
Preston, are you there?
I'm there. I don't know. Do you know? Do you know?
Think about soccer.
Think about soccer.
Yeah.
Okay.
What am I saying?
Well,
it's not all one person.
Yeah.
That does it all.
Yeah.
Right? For example, the internet. Such a big topic. Talk about this.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just him, right? Mathematicians, then they started to find ways of solving their problems. So they invented the computers, right? Now, then people started to take those computers and they were like, how can I use this? And they were transmitting signals between computers. And soon enough, you have someone like him who's able to transfer signals from place to place in record-breaking times. It's very oversimplified.
Yeah. Okay.
Next.
Okay. Do you know what company first was the first like phone creator or whatever it's called? The first company to create the phone?
Which phone? The smartphone?
Yeah.
The smartphone.
Or the phone. I don't know.
Which one, Bryson?
Gosh. Great.
Apple is credited with creating the first smartphone.
Well, then, that is not what I had.
Okay.
So
you're talking about
phone,
the ones before that, like the blocky ones.
The blocky ones, the first phone.
Okay.
You don't know? Okay.
No, I don't.
Motorola made the first phone in 1983.
Yeah, which is different from the telephone.
Yeah.
So then you have another person who invented that.
Who invented that? Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. And then this one's a cool one. So do you know what Apple's logo was before it was just an apple? Do you know when they first created the logo, what it actually was?
No.
So, it was I don't know how to explain it. Like, like a dog tag, you know how like they're shaped?
Mm-hmm.
It was like that, and at the top it said Apple, and then in the bottom it said Apple.co or something like that. Okay? So, Apple Company. And inside the dog tag like shape, it was a tree with an apple on it, and I think it was Johnny Appleseed under the tree reading a book. Isn't that pretty cool? That was their logo at first, and then they changed it into just the apple with like a bite taken out of it. Isn't that pretty cool?
It's interesting.
I thought that was pretty cool. Isn't that interesting?
That's just interesting.
That's very interesting. So, do you have any other ideas about technology that you want to talk about right now? There's so many we could go.
Oh, there's a lot.
There's so many.
There's a lot. Technology is a very broad topic.
It's a very broad topic.
Like the wheel.
The wheel.
What do you know about the wheel, Chris?
It's on cars. It's everywhere. Clocks. There's wheels in clocks. Well, gears, wheels.
Gears, wheels, cogs.
I don't know. What do you know about wheels?
Well, you know wheel, right? Like, the wheel is like the first No, it's not the first invention. But it's like the most... People say it's the most revolutionary invention.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Did you know that? You know that.
Well,
like people,
I think I've heard that.
You people say, like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
You heard that before?
Yeah,
right?
I've heard that.
That's like it's such a simple thing, but it actually took thinking to make it. Right? I mean, look at it. There's a
wheel right there.
Not every civilization discovered the wheel. Can you think of that? Can you imagine that? They couldn't grasp the concept of a wheel.
Yeah, that's crazy. Insane. So, what do you think, like, how big of a role do you think technology plays in, like, I don't know.
The world?
Yeah. Or, like...
Life?
Or even, like, just production in general. Do you think, like... I don't know.
It plays a big role.
Yeah.
But massive role.
Massive role. I feel like... well, I don't even know how to explain technology. Do you know? It's just like, it's literally like
Progress.
Anything.
It's
Like
progress.
even like a stone axe could be considered technology.
Mm-hmm.
So.
How's technology made?
How is technology made?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Technology made.
Like, this is technology right here. This
Yeah.
setup we have here.
I feel like
It's a chair. I mean, it's a table. It's a chair on top of a table. And there's my phone.
and a camera with a weight to
Behind
hold
it.
it up.
That's technology.
So what was your question exactly?
How do we make technology? How is technology made?
Technology is made by you said like progress. So you could literally take anything that's already been created and you can put it together with something else that's already been created, and that could technically be technology.
Yeah. What I was trying to get at. Technology is created by solving problems.
Problem solving. Yeah.
Right? Think about the washing machine, right? Actually, the problem was people were wasting a lot of time washing their clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So what if there was a machine
That could do it
that
for
could do it for you, right?
or washing dishes or anything. They're anything.
Right. It takes 6 months to get from the United Kingdom to America.
Mm-hmm.
How do we go faster? Plane, right? That's how technology is made. You solve problems. I can't communicate with this kid that lives on the other side of the country. Is there any way I can do that? You solve a problem.
Solve a problem. Email.
We don't have a phone stand, Bryson. We don't have a phone stand.
We made one.
We made one.
Technology.
That's how it's made. I need a container that can hold my water.
The problem solver.
Water bottle.
Because they're probably like, how the heck do we transfer the water from here to here?
I need a cheap material that I can make really quick. And it's very malleable. Plastic. Alright? That's how it's made. It's so dark at night. Bryson? It's so dark. I need to see. Flashlight, candles, lamps.
Anything that produces light.
No. Technology. Man, I need to chop that tree down.
We could go on forever.
Exactly. So the point is,
Everything's technology.
technology is made.
Everything. Not everything.
Technology is made by solving problems.
Yeah.
That's made. That's how the computers were made. That's how the internet was made. I'm bored. I'm bored right now, person. I have a problem right now. I'm very bored. Oh, here you go. Technology. So it's made.
What are some examples of technology you use in your everyday life?
Clothes. Your clothes are a piece of technology. Because the materials that we use were developed.
Mm-hmm. What else do you use every single day?
I use my car.
You use your car? Yeah, I use my car every day too.
Obviously, phones. Chromebook. School Chromebook.
School Chromebook to do your schoolwork.
That's one piece of technology.
Some days you wish that technology didn't work.
Sometimes it doesn't work.
Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. I do have a question for you, Bryson.
Okay.
Do you think there can be too much technology? When is technology done? When can we stop?
I don't think you could ever stop with technology. I don't think there's any stopping.
There's nothing
point.
you can do to it. Nothing you can do to stop technology.
Well, you can stop it.
How?
Well, no, you can't.
You can't.
You literally cannot stop technology.
Is that a bad thing that technology doesn't stop?
I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. Because, like, if people keep thinking and keep making new things, I think most of it's
I think the world becomes a better place.
I think it's going to keep benefiting people as long as what they're creating is for a good purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You think?
I think so. But technology can also be used to exploit.
Weaknesses.
Or people, right? Weaknesses.
Yeah.
Like, what's an example of technology being used to do harm?
To do harm. Anything that's like harmful, like a gun. That's harmful, right? Or were you not thinking along the lines of
something that was specifically designed to be harmful. A gun was used to kill.
Yeah, that's harmful.
Right, but it doesn't have to be harmful. But something that the only purpose for it was to do harm.
Is it something that's... I don't know.
You know, nothing comes to mind?
What is used? It's probably something that's so simple, and I'm not trying to get you to answer the question. I'm just... Yeah, a gun,
like,
a
what
sword.
What can you think of? What about computer virus?
Oh, we could go along the line of like hackers, like people like that can Scammers, yeah. Spam emails.
What about if you keep talking about guns, right? What about like nuclear weapons?
Nuclear weapons. That could do a lot of harm. A lot. To a large amount of people.
A large amount.
Depending where it's at.
What do you think about artificial intelligence?
Artificial intelligence?
Yeah.
Like, what are you asking?
What do you think about it?
What do I think about it? Like, good or bad, or
yeah,
what?
You could say that. What do you think about it? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Is it helpful?
To a certain... Yes, I think it's good. Because, like... I don't even know how to... Like... Yes, I think it's good.
Why?
I think it's good because, like, a lot of people... I don't know. Could, like, an art of... Goodness gracious. I'm having brain cancer.
You're gonna cure your brain cancer.
Okay, so, like, what exactly would be considered artificial technology?
Ooh.
So, like, a robot?
A robot?
Or, like, a calculator? Would that be artificial? Or, like, anything that...
That's not intelligence. Artificial is just man-made.
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah, man-made intelligence.
Yeah, man-made intelligence. A man-made calculator. Isn't that...
It's not intelligent. Just
yes, it is. It can do 100 times 100. That's intelligence. Isn't that intelligence?
Not really. Well,
I think that's intelligence.
for us.
Exactly.
It is like it's computing, right? It's computing. It can do. It's just computational values.
Okay.
It can't think for itself. It can't. It doesn't have free will. It's just.
Well, the only thing that would be like that is a robot, then. Right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but also
even
it depends on what you mean by a robot.
Even a robot can't even do its own thing.
So, a robot has never been created.
What do you mean by that?
Like a real robot.
No. Because, like, Siri. Let's talk about Siri, okay?
Siri.
She's only on command. She only does things on command. And does she think by herself, or is it she just programmed like that? She doesn't think herself.
Yeah, that's not artificial intelligence.
It's not.
Well, we haven't created it yet.
I don't think we have. Either.
No.
I actually went and saw a movie, and he was pretty scary. They literally.
It was pretty scary.
The movie was called Megan. It was of this robot that was like it was literally a real human being.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like the purpose of it was to be a hope support for this girl because her mom just passed away in a car accident. Well, both of her parents. So they created this robot to like be there for her and don't let her get make her happy, basically. So, but the technology went wrong because the person that created the robot told the robot to like always make sure she's happy. But so if anybody messed with the girl and made her upset, the robot would harm that person. Because it was trying to protect.
Too literal.
Yeah. It was trying to protect the girl. So that kind of scared me a little bit. I was like, oh my goodness. Because it was on command too, like the person that made the robot would be able to tell it to turn off, and it would turn off. But over time, the robot became into its own person.
Own
being, and it would not turn off when she told it to turn off. And it just became very evil. And, yeah.
Well,
goodness gracious.
Yeah. No. We haven't created artificial stupidity yet. So, yeah. Artificial intelligence is far. Well, depends who you ask. So, there's this thing, right? It's been like, running all over the internet right now. Well, not right now, but so basically, there's this thing.
What?
It's what's it called?
What's it called? What are we talking about?
Chat GPT.
Oh,
okay.
Chat GPT.
Have you heard of that?
I have heard of it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's basically a box of intelligence.
A box of intelligence.
It's literally a robot.
It's a bot.
It's a bot that is a box bot. Bot.
So, you can like ask it, right? Write me an essay on the dichotomy of good and evil, and they will write you an essay on the dichotomy of good and evil.
Wow.
And it will be a very good essay, right? And then you can talk to it. You can say, oh, well, can you change this and that? Maybe talk a little bit about this and that. And it'll do it. Can you write me, like, you know coding, right? Coding?
Mm-hmm.
Can you write me a code so this can do that? Right? That's how coding works. Things, actions.
Yeah.
And it could write you a piece of code. This is like, people are saying this is revolutionary.
Yeah, that could be insane. Like, could it, like, do you know if you can, like, control other other, like, electronics in your house? Like, you know how, like, the smart, like, houses work? Like, if you had the box, could you tell the box to, like, turn off your lights or something?
It's not a box, right? I don't know what you say, a box.
I don't know. It's like a
bot.
It's a bot.
It's a robot.
But I thought it was like a box robot.
It's a chat box. Maybe
Chat box. Chat box.
It's a box.
It's a box. Anyways. Do you know if it could, like, control if you have a smart house, do you think it could control that?
Well, you could tell it to write a program that could do it for you. I'm assuming.
That could be.
But there's an interesting story here.
That could be crazy.
There was this journalist, and he submitted 3 college essays based on the Common App. You know what the Common App is?
Yeah.
The Common App has a certain set of questions, and he added. He gave the prompt to the robot, to this bot, right?
Yeah.
And it gave him like 3 essays, right? He submitted those essays not through application process, but he sent them to, like, people that look at your applications, like admission deans or whatever. And they said, yeah, like, if you didn't know that was written by a robot, you would think it's a student.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So it was, like, dumb enough that it was a student, but not, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
And they were like, yeah, like, if you were just sending it to some college person, they would think some student wrote it. Because people, like, students have problems sometimes writing, right? So, if you, like, you're able to, like, submit these essays.
So it's not, so, like, it doesn't write it, like, too, like, good that it's, like, that you know it's like a robot.
It's like a natural essay.
That's insane.
Right?
That's insane.
And you know how plagiarism, there's plagiarism checks, right?
Yeah.
There was, now they came out with robot checks. There was this written by a robot. And just by changing a few words on the essay, you can trick the robot, the checker.
The checker.
To think that it's written by a student.
Does, like, the robot use, like, grammatical, like...
It has perfect grammar.
Perfect grammar.
Right? So...
And does it use, like, big words? Big words, like Danny words?
It's a natural essay.
Danny words.
It uses Bryson words, and...
It uses my words. That's crazy.
The thing is, it's convincing, right? You can literally have a robot do your homework for you.
And no one would even know.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully no teacher's watching this.
That could be bad, though.
It could be bad.
Because that could get people into some sticky situations.
Right? But then, also, a professor can also have the robot grade papers for it. Right? So everyone's lazy.
Everybody's gonna get lazy. So technology makes people lazy. Is that what it is?
Oh.
Is that... What do you think on that? You think
Does technology make people lazy?
Is technology made to make people lazy?
Well, I remember hearing something. Right? Quote. It says, lazy people are always the smartest people. Because they're looking for ways to make things easier.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like the washing machine. Maybe there was a lazy person. Like he or she didn't want.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
There's got to be an easier way.
Yeah. So I do know this. Because technology is used to make other things easier, it gives us time to do other things. Things that are... It just depends on how you use the time that you are given.
Yeah.
Right? Like now you're not out foraging or hunting for food out of necessity. Right? Or like washing your clothes. Washing machine does it.
Yeah.
Right? Or you no longer need to walk long distances.
So why would you do it? So
Humans now do things because they want to. And I think that's a better thing. But it's just people have to know how to use their time.
People need to also have the drive to do things.
Mm-hmm.
They can't. There's like a certain point between like using technology for everything and doing things on your own too.
Yeah. And if you are going to use technology for everything, well, you better be doing something great by the time you have left over.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why technology, about that laziness question, can go both ways.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
I think technology is made to make people lazy. Well, not to make people lazy, but like...
People become lazy.
Yeah, it makes people become lazy. Because, like with washing your clothes, why would you take the extra time to wash your clothes by hand when you have the washing machine there? Because, I don't know. I feel like nowadays everybody's in a rush for everything. Like, no one's got time for anything because everybody's so whatever. I don't know. I feel like people don't want to waste their time doing the little things, especially when they got technology to do it for them. Why would they bother?
Yeah.
So.
But is that lazy if they're like doing other things?
Well, if they're doing other things, then I don't think it's lazy. But if they're doing nothing and I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? If you don't got anything to do and like you do have to wash your clothes or something and you don't have anything else to do and you need something to do, like washing your clothes by hand would probably be, I don't know, it wouldn't be time efficient at all. And I probably would never do that ever. I would never probably wash my hands by clothes, but yeah. I've never done it. I should try sometime. You want to try sometime? We'll wash our clothes by hand sometime. See how awful it was back in the day for them.
We'll try it.
We'll try washing our clothes
by hand.
And then we'll know the real reason why people invented a washing machine. Because they did have to deal with the time-consuming and hard work of washing their clothes by hand.
Mm-hmm.
And they wanted to make a easier way for others so that they could succeed in the things they do.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Technology, right?
Technology.
What's your favorite piece of technology?
Ooh. My favorite piece?
Yeah.
Or the most useful piece?
Your favorite.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Soccer ball.
Soccer ball.
That's my favorite piece of technology.
Well, you okay?
What people used
Or
to kick?
what's the difference between your favorite piece of technology and just your favorite thing?
Well, most every.
What's your favorite thing?
What's my favorite thing?
Yeah,
I just said.
soccer ball.
Well, thing. There's a lot of favorite things.
Okay, like.
Well, a thing isn't an object. And
A thing is an object.
well, yes and no. A thing could be a person. Is a person an object?
Well. Alright, what's your favorite object?
What's my favorite object? I already said
Stuff.
soccer ball. I already said that. Anyways, yes, technology, because I used to kick stones and score stones inside a goal that was probably stones, and they're like, oh my gosh, we need a problem solved. This hurts my toes. We need to make an easier way to kick these things. So they made a soccer ball. Genius. Genius.
Is that the real story behind?
No, I just.
We just
made-
say it is.
Huh?
We just say it is.
Wouldn't that literally is what I was thinking. That's what happened.
That's what happened. Somebody
And then one time they were like, "Oh my gosh, that kid just punched that kid in the face. What are we gonna do? Put him in timeout? No, we're gonna give him a card. Get him out of here." They came up with cards.
That's how cards were invented.
That's how cards for the game were invented.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, a guy just dribbled out of bounds. We gotta make rules.
Guidelines.
We gotta make rules. That's crazy to think.
Mm-hmm.
How everything was, all these sports and stuff are made, and all the rules that went behind it. How did they come up with the rules? To the
Convention.
games?
Convention.
They had to have, something had to have been done to make it
Consistent.
so that they could keep it under control.
It was just like in England, right, where soccer was conventionalized. There were so many different rules in different cities and different areas that they just had to come together and
Make a
say,
set.
so what are the rules, right? We need to agree on all of them.
That would have been
Otherwise, we won't be able to play each other.
hard. You know,
Because our rules are different from yours. So, what gives, right?
that would have been awful.
Well, it was. That's why they did it.
No, that would have been awful, meaning like, what if you played with those rules your entire life, and then these people, these Joe Schmoes are like, oh, our rules are better than yours.
Yeah.
That would cause some serious tension.
Well, it did. That's why they were like, all right, everybody needs to agree on the rules. Right? Certain things are not allowed. And you punish certain things. Blah, 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 blah. So everyone can play with each other.
And it can be fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, technology.
Technology.
Don't you love technology? I love technology. To a certain point.
Do I love breeding?
Breeding?
Do I love
Breathing?
Do I love eating?
Eating.
Do I love thinking?
Yes.
If I do it all the time?
Yeah.
But you don't think about it.
You don't think about loving that you're thinking?
Hey, you don't understand what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that if something is natural,
It's natural. Technology is natural, so
right?
How do you
So
love
why do you love it?
why do you love it? I know what you were trying to say.
It's like, what is that? Technology.
It's technology of some sort. I think it's the parachuter dude.
Paragliders?
Yeah. He's about to come around. Maybe. Oh, never mind. It's on the road. Ah. Oh, look at that piece of technology. It's a bike with an engine on it.
Also known as a motorcycle.
No. It's
Or
literally...
an electric bike.
It was literally an electric bike. But it literally sounded like one of those paraglider
Yeah, it
dudes.
did.
That's why I was like thinking, it's going to be up in the air. Look at that piece of technology. They took a bike, and they took a little, propeller John on that John. On that John. On that John. Look at that technology. How can I make a bike easier so I don't have to pedal? Dang.
See?
Wow.
It's just that. It just works.
Problem solving. Oh, these people.
God, these people.
All these people.
You got a lot of technology.
What other technology do you think could even be, created? Don't you think there's so much technology already? How could you even think of making
Think about the
new?
problems of the world right now. Because obviously, technology is created
To
because
solve
of problems. What is one problem you see with the world? What?
I don't know.
It can be anything.
It could literally be anything.
What's one problem we have with the world, guys?
Leadership.
Yeah, they invented the rifles. No, but you can't talk about that. You couldn't get arrested.
I didn't say that. You said that.
I didn't say nothing.
I said leadership, and you said rifles.
It doesn't have to be a rifle.
But how could you create something to be a leader? Solve that problem of being a leader.
Solve the problem of leadership.
Would the Constitution be like a type of technology?
The Constitution is a piece of...
A piece of technology?
Yeah. It is a very important document.
It was made to solve problems.
It was.
So that's technology?
It's a technological progress in ideas. Right?
That's crazy.
It just depends on what you mean by technology. If you use this definition,
For practical purposes, especially in industry. That's only industry, though.
yeah. This is especially, it doesn't mean... Yeah. The application of scientific knowledge. What is scientific knowledge?
Anything that has to do with science and that you're knowledgeable about, right? Basically.
What is science?
Science is life.
Science is life.
Science is
You
life.
got a t-shirt or something.
Huh?
It's like something you see on a t-shirt.
Science is life.
Well, science, there's so many types of sciences, right? There's human sciences, mathematical science, humanity, right? I'm sure.
Environmental.
Physical science.
It's like
So it's everything.
biology. Biology. AP biology. It's life. Isn't that like the best way to sum up science is life?
Science is life.
Science literally revolves around life. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, it depends on what you mean by that. One thing I learned in this podcast is that everything depends on the definition of the words you're using. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Remember talking about is black a color? Well, what do you mean by color?
Yeah.
What do you mean by black?
Everything is about definition.
Isn't that weird?
That's so weird.
We just...
Even though some stuff has like a set definition, it still could have multiple.
Yeah.
There's different meanings to everything. Everything has a different meaning. no matter what it is.
It's probably like a lack of language. Knowledge. So yeah.
Technology.
Technology can be many things.
Many things.
What is your least favorite piece of technology?
My least favorite?
Yeah.
Oh, heck. There's so many things.
Something you wish wasn't invented at all. That's a hard one.
That is a hard one. There's
That noise.
so many things.
I wish that noise wasn't invented.
There's so many things. But I honestly don't think I have anything that I wish wasn't invented. Everything was invented for a purpose. And most things were invented for the right purpose, in my opinion. Because
what would be something?
Well, what do you think is your...
I just asked you that question. I don't have an answer.
You don't have an answer either?
No. Like, if you say, like, nuclear weapons, but they're used for deterrence, right? Like, defense.
Yeah. If we didn't have them,
then we probably would have gotten nuked.
we would have got nuked.
But then,
they
if
weren't invented
they weren't invented at all,
then how
I
would
guess
we...
that works, right?
How do we
I
suppress?
guess that works.
But how would you show your power without them? Because think about all these big countries that have them. Because if we didn't have them, then little countries like, little tiny countries would think they were able to, well, to a certain point.
Like, that's how World War II ended, right? So,
you better stop or you're gonna get bombed. Okay, we're done.
So what would be something bad?
Even the bad things aren't even honestly bad.
What?
Like that, like a nuke. Like a nuke, that's bad.
What about the internet? What about things in the internet?
Yes, things in the internet are bad.
Okay.
Certain sites, certain, I don't know, certain, what else is there?
Yeah.
There's certain, like...
certain sites you wish weren't invented at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's some, I don't know.
But you can't stop that, so...
You can't.
Yeah, you have to, like, stop the internet from being invented. Right?
Listen.
So, even that doesn't work.
Yeah.
I guess you can't do anything about it.
Nope. Once it starts, it's hard to stop.
So it's all about the person. No, you're cool.
Ja, må
Bist du kalt?
Der Sonne ist
Things
hinter
gone.
das
Hinter das.
hinter das
Hinter das.
Baum und der Baum und das Land.
Wow.
Und der
Country.
Moon. Was ist Moon auf Deutsch?
I don't know. Mune.
Herr
Mooning.
Unruh. We should talk about that sometime.
Talk about what?
That planets.
We should do it at night.
Huh?
We should have an episode at midnight.
We should. So we can look at the stars and stuff. That would have to be at like during summer or something.
Yeah, some warmer months.
Warmer.
Unless
A very beautiful night with no clouds in the sky, so we can see all the stars and everything. That would be awesome. That'd be amazing.
with some heat. Some heat would be nice.
We could talk about eclipses and all that stuff.
You're spoiling, Bryson. You're spoiling.
Oh!
I think we should end it. What time is it?
It is 5:57.
I think we talked about technology. I mean, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
We know.
I
It
feel
just
like
depends on how it's used.
technology is such a broad topic. It's kind of hard to like
Make a conclusion about it.
make it keep going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if we talked about like something else, like the internet or something, I feel like we could have just went on
On that.
forever, for a while.
Or just how
'Cause there's
computers
just-
were invented.
Anything. But
Well, that's it.
that's it for this episode. This
Session.
session.
Session can mean other things.
This thing. That's beautiful.
When's the next episode?
That next episode is next
Well, I guess this goes up on Saturday.
Saturday.
So
It
this
was
is being made Tuesday. So
Tuesday, so we would be back here next Tuesday, and it will be uploaded Saturday, the following.
but it's not about them. It's about the future.
About the
It's
future.
for the future generations.
Future generations.
Something to look back on. It's not for entertainment.
With
You
that,
know?
we're out.
We're out. Yeah.